All right, welcome new joiners. This is it, the final stage before we get into the final mock call of the Drytis 3-phase bootcamp. Now, this content is prepared specially for Drytis Academy. You've made it through the foundational phases, you've absorbed all those techniques, and well, now it's time to put absolutely everything to the test. In this explainer, we're going to look exactly at what stands between you and graduation, and we'll be arming you with the ultimate toolkit you need to just absolutely crush it. Let's get started. So, here is our agenda for today. It's packed with critical intel. We'll be hitting the AI operational simulations, the live mock call evaluation, mastering US time zones, standard support call protocols, and finally, the NATO phonetic alphabet. Okay, diving right into Section 1, the AI operational simulations. So your first major hurdle is this AI operational simulation. And look, this isn't some standard multiple choice quiz, no way. It's a dynamic, fully reactive environment designed to test your real-world adaptability. You're basically dropped into a text-based chat with an AI customer that has dynamic emotions. That means they literally react in real time to exactly what you type. Use solid de-escalation techniques, they calm down. Act dismissive, well, they're going to get a whole lot angrier. And while this is all happening, you've got a strict SLA timer counting down, supernatural typing indicators making it feel like a real person is on the other end, and you'll be managing a contextual ticket dashboard the whole time. But you know what makes this challenge truly unique? It's the sheer unpredictability. The difficulty is completely random. So in one session, you might get a furiously angry enterprise customer who's just seeing red over a massive billing dispute, and then the very next session, you could drop into a chat with a totally confused client who's just frustrated over an API integration failure. You honestly never know what you're going to face. That's why your foundational troubleshooting skills need to be absolutely rock solid. Right, let's move on to Section 2, the live mock call evaluation. Okay, once you conquer the AI, you are stepping up to face a human evaluator who's going to grade you out of 100 points. Now, if you look at this, interestingly, communication skills takes up the biggest chunk at 25%. Your clarity, your tone, your pacing, the vocabulary you use, these are literally your greatest weapons here. Then you've got professionalism, technical handling, and customer empathy sitting at 20% each. And finally, logical problem solving makes up the remaining 15%. So what does this tell us? The evaluator isn't just looking for you to magically fix the problem. They are heavily weighting how you communicate that fix to the customer. To actually maximize that score, you really need to follow this preparation checklist meticulously. Make sure you review your Phase 1 communication techniques, practice your greeting scripts out loud, yes, literally out loud, and have a solid troubleshooting framework ready to go. Treat this exactly like a real, live customer call. That means having a physical notepad ready on your desk to take notes, because that allows you to demonstrate active listening by summarizing the issue right back to them before you close the call. Oh, and please don't forget the basics. Test your audio and video setup beforehand, and double-check that your background looks professional. Moving right along to Section 3, Mastering US Time Zones. You see, knowing how to troubleshoot, that's really only half the battle. The other half is logistics. In the US, there are 4 major time zones you need to know. Eastern Time, or ET, is basically your North Star. It's the standard business default, covering major cities like New York and Miami. Now, as you move west across the country, you subtract hours. So Central Time is 1 hour behind Eastern, Mountain Time is 2 hours behind, and Pacific Time, out there in LA, is 3 full hours behind Eastern. You've really got to internalize this math. Seriously, you do not want to accidentally schedule a follow-up call when your customer is fast asleep in California. So, when you are scheduling these cross-time zone meetings, you want to aim for what we call the golden window, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Why is that? Well, because 10 a.m. Eastern is a perfectly reasonable 7 a.m. Pacific, and 3 p.m. Eastern is still noon Pacific. Staying within this window guarantees you avoid those painfully early mornings or super frustrating late evenings for clients on opposite coasts. A good rule of thumb is to always use Eastern Time as your reference point, and just say it clearly. Say 2 p.m. Eastern, not just 2 p.m. Actually, a really important warning on scheduling. The US observes daylight saving time, which means clocks literally spring forward from March through November. You absolutely need to double-check meeting times during those specific transition weeks. But, and here's the kicker, be careful, because there are a few rogue exceptions. The states of Arizona and Hawaii, they do not observe daylight saving time at all. Keep that little piece of trivia in your back pocket for sure, because it honestly trips up even the most seasoned professionals. Okay, Section 4, Standard Support Call Protocols. These 4 steps right here are the skeleton of a perfect support call. Step 1 is the opening, something like, Drytis support, this is Alex, how can I help you today? It needs to be crisp, energetic, and professional. Step 2, if you need a minute to research something, is the hold. You'd say, may I place you on a brief hold for about 2 minutes? Always ask for permission and give them a clear time expectation. Step 3 is the warm transfer. Guys, this is absolutely critical. Do not just blindly send a customer over to another department. Instead, say, I'm going to connect you with Sarah, who specializes in API integrations. May I share your details with her so you don't have to repeat yourself? Doing that reduces customer frustration massively. And finally, step 4, the closing. Is there anything else I can help with today? Thank you for calling. Have a great day. Nail these 4 structures, and I promise you, your professionalism score is going to skyrocket. Let's wrap up with Section 5, the NATO phonetic alphabet. This brings us to the final piece of your ultimate toolkit. In this role, you're going to be handling complex alphanumeric codes all the time, things like license keys and API tokens. And let me tell you, over a scratchy phone line, a B sounds exactly like a V or a P. It's a nightmare, but the NATO phonetic alphabet, going from alpha down to Zulu, completely eliminates that confusion. Mastering this list is just non-negotiable. Don't try to make up words on the fly, like A is in apple. You really want to sound like an industry veteran who naturally uses the standard Alpha Bravo Charlie protocol. And when you actually use this correctly, it completely changes how the customer perceives your competence. Instead of sort of awkwardly struggling to spell out a confirmation code, you can just confidently say, your ticket number is 1 Alpha 3 Tango 7. See how smooth that is? It's polished, and it leaves absolutely no room for error. It shows the evaluator, and more importantly, the customer, that you are a highly trained professional who is fully in control of the call. So here we are at the finish line. You know the 100-point rubric, you understand how unpredictable the AI can be, and you've got the ultimate toolkit ready to go, from time zone math right down to the NATO alphabet. You are equipped with literally everything you need to succeed. The only question left for you is, how are you going to handle the pressure when you hit start on that very first AI customer? Take a deep breath, trust your protocols, and just remember, you don't rise to the occasion, you fall to the level of your training. Good luck out there, and go crush that mock call.